This is exactly right.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye. The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Starring Emmy Rossum as Alice Black, Furious follows a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, played by Lola Pettigrew, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
While Alice upholds justice, Catherine kills for it, terrorizing the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
With secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye.
Sometimes the hardest part of therapy is just getting started.
For real, which is why having help that's flexible, accessible, and easy to fit into your life matters.
And that's exactly what Talkspace is designed for.
Talkspace therapy and psychiatry is covered by most insurers, and most insured members pay a copay of $0.
Part of the mission of Talkspace is to provide quality care that is accessible and affordable, whether or not you're insured.
Talkspace has really made it just a kind of no-brainer to try therapy. If you're nervous about talking to someone, if you're nervous about the money, if you're nervous about leaving the house, you don't have to deal with any of that. They have covered it. And for me, like, that is the best way to get into therapy. Take all the what ifs out.
You know you got to do it.
You know you do.
As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $80 off of your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com/MFM and enter promo code SPACE80.
That's SPACE80. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com/MFM and enter promo code SPACE80. Goodbye.
Hello. And welcome
to my favorite murder.
The Minisode.
It's Minnie. There you go.
Here's a little podcast.
Let me tell you a story.
It's going to draw your eye away from current events and delve you into a world that's less scary.
It's 25 minutes of not doom scrolling, and then you're right back into it.
Do you want to go first this week just to change it up?
My goodness. Sure. I'd love to.
Wait, would you always love to and you just offer it to me?
I don't give a shit ever.
Great. Good. Fucking thank God, because it's been 5 years.
No. My great grandfather was a murderer! ! Okay. Hey, Karen, Georgia, Stephen, and all pets. I'm 13. And my mom got me hooked on your podcast during quarantine.
Mom, please. We need to talk to you in the hallway.
Yes, I am one of those young murderinos, and all my friends think I'm super weird.
Yay.
Since I've started listening, I've debated whether or not to send these stories, but I decided I should. I was looking through old photo albums one day and came across a really old photo dating back to the 1890s.
Oh, I thought she was going to fucking say 2003 and I was going to slap her through her earphones.
No, we're in the 1890s.
Right. This 13-year-old knows what they're talking about.
That's right. From my dad's side of the family. When I asked him about who it was and how he related to the people, he casually replied that the woman was his great-grandmother, Inez, and her husband, Raphael. Inez is a great name, isn't it?
Inez, yeah.
Then
this is Paco and his wife, Inez.
Inez. That's from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, everyone. In case you don't have.
Right. There's no basement in the Alamo.
There's no basement in the Alamo. He then goes on to say that Inez's father had killed her mother. I sat in shock for about a full second before demanding that he tell me the story. Oh, you little 13-year-old.
This 13-year-old can write.
That's right. It's a really well-written email. The story goes that when Inez was about 1 year old, she was living in Scotland with her father and mother. Her father was very jealous and possessive and wouldn't allow the mother to be gone from his side for long. Her mother had decided that she would take the baby to see her side of the family, and so she got on a carriage without telling her husband. The ride was a long one, and so when she was going to arrive home from her trip, it had been a full day. She arrived back home with Inez in her arms, and when she walked through the door, she was promptly shot. Turns out that Inez's father thought her mother was having an affair and that she'd been out with him all day. To punish her, he shot her with one-year-old Inez in her arms.
Oh, God.
Inez's mother died, and the family of Inez's mother were very worried that the father would end up killing her too, so they changed her last name. Then the family sent her out on the next ship to the Americas with a couple of servants escorting her.
Oh.
She ended up in Mexico, and her last name was changed again to Stark. Due to how long ago this occurred and the fact that her name was changed twice, my family has no information on what her actual last name was and what her father and mother's names were. So she just fucking got sent away, and they lost track of...
Some powerful grandmother was like, no more of this.
Yeah.
And then
think of how expensive probably that boat ride was, but yet she sent the servants along too. So it's like...
If you have servants in the 1800s, you probably own that boat, right?
That's right.
Out of my way,
That's
they
right.
say, as they bring Baby Inez on board.
And then it says...
Baby Inez on board. It has a little sticker on the back of the boat.
Poor
Stop
baby.
it.
We also have a great creepy neighbor story. At our previous house, our next door neighbor was an elderly single man. He was nice enough to us, but didn't go out of the house often. My dad wanted to cut down some bushes that separate our houses and asked the neighbor one day if he was okay with us cutting them down. He said to my dad, "I don't care. Those are old bushes and I like young bush, if you know what I mean." It says in all caps, gag. Anyway, thanks for keeping me entertained during quarantine. Stay sexy and don't get murders. Zita Wen.
Zita, Z-I-T-A?
It's Zirahuen, and then they spelled it phonetically ZEE-DA-WHEN. So Zita Wen, I think.
Is the entire first name?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's cool, right? Or maybe
Yes,
it's Zidawen, but I'm not positive, and I apologize for that.
That's the thing is people will often spell something out to you phonetically, but they won't do it like dictionary correct. If you want to really give someone the phonetic spelling of something, put the part that you're supposed to accent in all caps.
Yeah.
Now, Zita One, I'm sorry to even mention a correction to you because that was a beautifully written email.
And you're
with
13.
Two great stories.
That's right.
And also you ended on some solid comedy. I mean, just good stuff.
Do you know what I love with how to say it is sounds like and then sounds like a word.
What does Zita Wen sound?
I don't know. So never mind. That didn't work.
But in general, you're saying is a better.
As a rule, if possible, please. All right, you go.
Could you? Zita Wen on your next email that you send us, and you're going to for the next.
Mm-hmm. We're going to flag your name in Gmail.
At least until you're able to drive. And then you won't care about us anymore.
That's right.
You'll be living your life. It's nice to spend quarantine with you, Zita One.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. And I'm sorry that you're 13.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
My niece just turned 14.
Right.
And today I had a real profound moment as I was doing the dishes thinking, oh my God, when I was 13, it was like I just didn't want to exist anymore.
Oh no, not at
everything
all.
was so terrible and confusing.
And you had so many more years stuck as a fucking kid. There were so many years ahead of you that before you could get out of your town or your home or your life.
But you also started to realize the simplicity of riding your bike or, playing three flies up in the street, all that stuff. That was fading. You're still a kid and you still like it, but it's not cool anymore. You're not supposed to. So you have to do this and that. And that's why when they said, oh, my friends think I'm weird. The best thing in the world that can happen to you at that age is to be the weird one. Get used to it because when you're 19, the weird one rules.
That's right.
Trust me on this one.
That's right. You can either have a
weird one's the visionary.
You can have a normal childhood or you can be funny. So congratulations.
Yeah, that's right.
It's my favorite.
You want to be cool at parties?
Or do you want to be?
Then take the hit. Take the hit now while you can.
Weird is good.
Pain is better. What?
Okay, go.
Hello, Emma. Oh, this says, I survived-esque adventure. Hello, MFM crew and assorted pets. I love your podcast and can't wait until live shows are a thing again. Aw. What was your noise? What did your noise mean?
It was non-committal.
My boyfriend has already promised to get tickets as soon as you're in Portland, Oregon again. Oh. Hopefully very soon.
Someone said that we owe it to Georgia to go there, our first stop on our next tour when it's ever allowed again.
Did they say why?
After the big win that they got for us in the House and Senate.
Oh, to Georgia, the state.
Yeah.
I thought you meant you as a person. I was like, I thought you meant we owe it to you as a person to go to Portland, Oregon. I was just like, why? What happened there?
See, I'm so used to seeing, like the past couple of months, I'm so used to seeing my name used as a place that it doesn't even occur to me anymore. That's my name that they mean. But I think for you, it was like, what?
But you know what? That's like, now that I know what's happening, agree 1,000%.
I agree.
How about we just go to Atlanta and do like 2 weeks there?
Great.
End of story. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Enough pandering on to the story. I used to live in a small city in central Washington that's a major hub for drugs for the Pacific Northwest.
Fun.
I lived in the area most of my life, so I didn't think anything of stopping for gas on my way home in a somewhat shady area at 11 p.m.
I'm going to guess Eureka. No, that's California.
It is, yeah. It is.
I'm tired today. Real tired today. Okay.
But you know what? If you had to guess any city in the United States, what city would you guess?
That mean Eureka.
Eureka! While I'm pumping my gas and spacing out, thinking about my to-do list for the next day, a guy walks up to me and asks for a ride. I never have trouble saying fuck politeness and told him no. Love it. He then pulled out a fucking 6-inch knife and said, "You're going to give me a ride."
Oh my God.
Uh-huh. Now, I'm not trying to get stabbed tonight. I had a toddler and an infant at home, and I asked, where were we going, and got in the car.
Wow.
My thought was maybe if I comply, he'll either let me go or I'll find a way to get away. He directs me to a super seedy motel in the worst part of town, holding the knife to my side the whole time.
Holy shit.
At that point, I was sure this was how I was going to die. I parked the car and he got out. As he turned back to the car to grab his backpack and order me out of the car, 3 men came out of nowhere like avenging crackhead angels and jumped the kidnapper. I didn't hear much of what they said, but it sounded like the kidnapper owed them money. I saw my opportunity, tossed the dude's backpack out of my car, and sped the fuck out of there.
Oh my God.
Insane. The craziest part of the story to me is that I got like 6 blocks away and pulled into a parking lot to call 911. The fucking 911 operator tells me that's really not a good area to pick people up in. I'm fucking sorry. Did you miss the part about the knife? I got home to my babies and then had a full-on panic attack.
Yeah.
Thanks for reading. Stay sexy and don't stop for gas in the bad part of town in the middle of the night. Yeah.
Jody, wow. I want to make it. That's harrowing. I'm so glad you made that out well, alive, and great job. Quick thinking. Can I make a suggestion for everyone in the future? Toss that guy your keys and get the fuck out of here. Just say, take the car.
Now, what if you had just gotten one of those Mercedes military-like vehicles that cost $200,000?
Then hopefully you have really good insurance too.
Oh, true. That's right. Because you can replace a car.
Right. And then
Very
if you
smart.
had taken the keys and thrown them in the other direction, you could have run the other. He would have gone for the keys, not you.
But may I make a non-judgmental counter to that suggestion, which is now you're in the bad part of town with no car at 11 o'clock at night.
You're right. And when I pump gas, I leave my purse in the car, so you wouldn't have your phone either.
Right. Yeah, same.
Right, so scratch all.
Scratch any suggestions. Do what you got to do.
Ever make. And this isn't, listen, we're not professional advice givers, so we take no responsibility for your actions.
Also, this is an I survived story. It's not esque. It's a straight up I survived story. And Jody, you did it yourself. So we have nothing to say. We have nothing. We don't want to be the 911 operator to you at this point.
I'm being bossy and judgmental. And
what I like the 911 operator is basically saying like, I don't know if you should go around picking people up. Or it's just like, I'm not.
Are they allowed to be like, you shouldn't have done that? I don't think so.
I don't.
We are.
Maybe they were new. We are.
We're
because
podcasters.
Yeah. And we're friends with Jody.
Yeah. Okay. This one's called Ghosts and the Nashville Bombing. Hey, MFM, I'm sure you've heard about the bombing that took place in downtown Nashville on Christmas morning.
Yes.
It was another huge shock to our city. And though thankfully no lives were lost, our most historic block of buildings was destroyed. When I first moved to Nashville 7-ish years ago, I worked as a tour guide on 2nd Avenue in the same buildings that are now crumbling. I was a ghost tour guide, so I knew a lot of the history of that street and a whole lot about its spooky residents. Doesn't I was a ghost tour guide mean that, doesn't it sound like she gives tours to ghosts?
Or that she's a ghost that gives tours. I was
switcheroo.
I had died at the time.
Right.
I'm back now.
I thought I'd share a story from my tour days in honor of our city. One of the spookiest places we stopped at on the tours was a bar called Benchmark, temporarily closed but planning to reopen as soon as they can. The upstairs area was once an apartment over a carriage building business where a married couple lived. I don't remember the exact dates, but think early to mid 1800s. One day, the wife was discovered dead at the foot of the stairs, leading up from the apartment to the bottom floor. Though police could never prove that the husband did it, many people assumed he had pushed her down the stairs. However, on one of my tours, I had a woman come up to me at the first stop and tell me she was a medium. Apparently, her extended family had thought the ghost tour would be fun for her and her husband and bought them tickets as a gift, but she was clearly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She would tell me what she saw after each stop, but I took it with a grain of salt. After all, there was no way I could prove if she was telling the truth. When we reached Benchmark, I told the story as usual, including the part where many of the bar's employees had seen the spirit of the husband standing at the top of the staircase. When I was finished, the medium lady came up to me again. She informed me that the man had told her that he didn't push his wife, and the reason he hung around at the top of the staircase was because he was still overcome with guilt that he hadn't been there when she fell.
Oh.
I was about to take that with a grain of salt as well, but then she paused and added, also, that isn't where the staircase originally was. It was in the center of the building, not on the right side where it is today. I was taken aback by that and ended up asking my bosses about it later. Turns out she was right.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no way she could have known that without scouring old building records like my bosses had. After that, whenever I would tell the story of the man and his wife at Benchmark, I would always include the bit about the medium in that tour group. I wanted to make sure that everyone else gave his spirit the benefit of the doubt too. This year, Nashville has survived a deadly tornado, the loss of our tourism economy, briefly being the COVID capital of the world, and now a bombing. But through everything, it's amazed me how the people of the city have come together again and again to pick each other back up. We are Nashville strong, and we'll get through this too. Thank you so much for all you do with this podcast and this community, providing a bright spot when we need it most. Stay sexy and respect your local bar ghosts. Rachel from Nashville.
Wow.
I know. I love that. It's like a tribute and a cool ghost story all in one.
That last part kind of did make me well up a little bit because I do remember the Nashville tornado, which was just insanity, like out of nowhere.
Devastating.
I mean, that's kind of tornadoes for you. But, that's quite a series of disasters to happen. Definitely. And, you know, it's true that the Christmas Day bombing kind of like came in and out of the news because there's been so much other insane shit happening where it's just like, that just because no one died doesn't mean that wasn't a huge, awful terrorist event that happened in Nashville. And it's good. I love that she wrote that in to say that people are picking each other up.
Yeah. So we're going to Georgia, Portland, Nashville. I do love that. We've been there a couple times. It's fucking cool as shit, that city.
That audience that we got to have at the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh
what a night.
God.
What a night. What an audience.
Night. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was also making me think, I kind of love that because it's like, the classic story is like the reason, you know, there's ghosts and it's because there was a murder or something.
And they're like haunting because whatever. Yeah.
But then, but normally it would be because it would be the victim that would be the haunting.
Right.
So I was kind of like, interesting that if it would be the murderer and then it's like, cause it's not the murderer.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah. He's there because he wants everyone to give him the credit that he didn't kill his wife.
Yeah, or take the credit away.
Right.
That he's been given. There's a new series on Netflix. I was trying to find the actual title while you were wrapping that up. And it is, it's basically about whether or not there's life after death. And it's really fascinating. It's really fascinating. And it starts with this woman telling a story. This is spoiler, but it starts with this woman telling a story about kayaking down some river in like, I think it was Costa Rica or somewhere. And they were out in the middle of nowhere in this beautiful area. And they went around this curve and they were supposed to go to the right. And somehow she got blocked and she had to go to the left and she went over a waterfall in a kayak, got pinned 10 feet underwater, was basically folded in half. And then she was dead for 30 minutes.
No, I don't think you can do that.
The only reason that her body was recovered is because one of the other people went down, saw her life jacket and went to get it thinking her husband might want it as a, remembrance of her. And then he brushed by her body floating in the water. They pulled her out. She was like purple and drowned. They try to resuscitate her. They start resuscitating her. She can hear people yell. She describes where she went and it's awesome. Yeah. And it's great to watch people do that. But she can hear someone going, stay with me, stay with me. Oh they work on her. They put her on a kayak and then they carry her out of the jungle. And she was like, we were so far away from any city or anything. They come up out of the jungle. There's an ambulance sitting there. And she's like, the odds of it are just zero because and
she didn't have any brain damage because not having any oxygen to your brain is...
They said she herself is a spinal surgeon.
Holy
she goes,
fuck.
You would have 0% chance of not having brain damage for living at all, but then not having brain damage.
3 minutes is enough.
Is the bad. And she was dead for 30 minutes and came back.
Okay, what's it called?
It's called Surviving Death.
Whoa. Okay.
Surviving death. And so it starts with people with near-death experiences, but then there's a couple episodes that deal with mediums and people who, and it's just really beautiful because there's tons of people who have lost
and
people
like spirits and stuff.
They go to mediums to just ask how people are, and then they get really good answers. And it's that kind of thing. It just makes you feel
I love
better.
it. I'm into it. I can deal with that more than near-death.
I think it's pretty up and positive.
Okay, you go.
The title is a giveaway, so we'll just start with Sup KG.
I like that.
Yeah. It's like we're one person. When my parents were on their third date, they went out to eat and went back to my dad's apartment at Illinois State University to meet some friends. They walked in the open front door and saw two men with masks on raiding their drawers and my dad's roommate on the couch not moving. The robbers were armed, so my parents did as they were told and joined my dad's other roommate sitting on the ground, and they were tied up. My mom said she remembers her hands were tied with a 70s beaded belt she could easily get out of, but she humored them. The robbers took what they wanted and finally left, and my parents rushed over to my dad's roommate on the couch. He then woke up from his nap.
No!
He had simply slept through the entire robbery.
It sounds like me. It sounds like something I would do. For real. Oh my God.
He and my dad are still best friends. I don't think they ever caught the thieves, but my parents have a good story from it. And lucky for me, they stuck together. Aww. Thanks for keeping us sane this year. I appreciate the vulnerability it takes for you to open up like you do. Stay sexy and sleep through your robberies, Emma.
I don't think I would ever trust myself again. If that I could handle a scary situation, it'd be like, you are worthless in a situation.
But you're not worthless. You're simply asleep. Yeah. It's not your fault.
That's right.
You're a heavy sleeper.
That's true.
It's more every time you went to take a nap, you'd have to turn to somebody else in the room and be like, can you watch my sticks for about 45 minutes? Because I'm going to leave the planet right now.
That's so funny. That was a perfect little story.
The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. From Liz Merriweather, the Emmy-nominated executive producer of Dying for Sex and The Dropout, comes a gripping psychological thriller.
Starring Emmy Rossum, Furious follows Alice Black, a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
It's Alice's first case on the job, and she's already bitten off more than she can chew.
While Alice believes justice is achieved through law enforcement, Catherine has lost all faith in the legal system.
She's taken it upon herself to terrorize the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
As Alice and Catherine's twisted game of cat and mouse unfolds, the lines between good and evil and right and wrong begin to blur.
With shocking crimes, tangled relationships, and secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series, Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye. In the summer, healthy habits are easy to keep. Until you leave the house.
You walk out the door, and the next thing you know, you're barefoot and feral in a gas station candy aisle.
That's why Kachava makes it easy to maintain your routines.
Kachava is an all-in-one nutrition shake, and now it comes in new travel packs.
Every packet gives you a simple shake with protein, fiber, vitamins and minerals, greens, probiotics, omegas, electrolytes, and more.
They're easy to toss into a bag, easy to take on the road, and a simple way to stick with your normal wellness habits, even when your schedule changes.
Man, that Kachava matcha in the individual packs is like my dream snack. It's exactly what I need and want in between the not great meals I'm eating for lunch and the snacks I would have had anyways that are terrible for me. This is something I feel like I'm treating myself when I take.
You're treating yourself to vitamins, fiber, all these things that your body really wants and needs and kind of craves that it does seem like it takes a big effort to get. So now you're getting it all in one packet and in a little drink you like.
Take your daily ritual with you.
Go to Kachava.com and use code MFM for 15% off your first order.
That's Kachava, KACHAVA.com, code MFM.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye. Okay, this one's called Hometown Scam Story, which we had just asked for scam stories, remember?
Love a scam.
Yeah, and this one starts maybe the best way. It just starts, bruh. B-R-U-H. Bruh. Like when you're about to tell us. You're not going to believe this. Okay. Y'all asked for scam stories in episode 254, so here we go. A few years ago, I was working for a sports bar and grill. A guy we'll call Tanner got promoted to the front of house manager. Only a few weeks after his promotion, he was suddenly fired. It's a restaurant, so the secret story, of course, spread like wildfire. So what happened? Tanner was closing up the restaurant one night when a phone call came in. He answered and immediately closed and locked the door to the office. He only opened the door to tell everyone else who was still there to go home as soon as they were done closing. Apparently, someone posing as a government agent convinced Tanner to take all of the money in the restaurant, over $5,000, go to the Circle K across the street, turn all of the money into gift cards, and give the guy the card numbers. This, of course, was a scam.
It was a scam.
But wait.
The FBI doesn't work through the Circle K.
or gift cards. Well, hold on. There's more. There's a twisty. Tanner was fired immediately the next morning, of course, and then all caps. But wait.
Oh,
Tanner's now ex-girlfriend told us the real story. Tanner had apparently gotten into some serious debt with coke dealers. He took all the money from the restaurant to pay his debts. Then he made up the bogus scam story to try to save his job.
no.
It says Tanner was not a bright person.
Well,
you fool. You would have made that amount of money in a month with your new salary. Working in food service was harrowing and definitely took a few years off my life, but at least it was always entertaining. Now I'm a few months away from graduating with my master's degree in education and becoming a certified high school math teacher. Give a teacher in your life some love. They all need it right now. Amen. Then it says, stay sexy and don't do too much coke. Jim Jam. Jim Jam. And then it says they, them, theirs.
Jim Jam?
Jim Jam. Jim Jam.
I want to party with Jim Jam.
Jim Jam. We appreciate
Don't do too much
that.
coke.
No, don't do too much coke.
Oh, so basically the Circle K gift card story was a scam in and of itself.
Now I'm questioning our friend. It was actually friend's parents that had that scam going. Maybe they were fucking lying to him and they went to like Boca Raton with his, his childhood or his savings.
I actually have a friend who just texted me, said the same thing happened. And that because she'd been listening to the show and we were talking about this element of most scams these days is they rush you.
Yes.
They say you have to do it right now. You have to do it right now. And this happened to her and she literally did it and got all these iTunes gift cards like this crazy. And she was like, it happened so fast. It was just kind of amazing that a person I actually knew. Yeah.
Like, and a younger, not an old person who doesn't get you.
No. I'm not going to read you the subject line once again. Hello, Gales. And then there's a little smiley face, but used with the brackets. So it's like a big square smile.
Cute.
And then it says, that's the way my mama has always said girls, jokingly, of course.
My mom does that too. I love
Gales?
that. Yeah, Gales. I think it's from like a play or something. Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, when I was 12 years old, I was having a sleepover at my friend's house. We grew up in rural area Appalachia. Mm-hmm. So sleepovers consisted, and they did give me a phonetic, but do I need the phonetic?
No, you fucking don't. Carol, no.
No,
Carol.
Not
did
anymore.
I just call you Carol? I did.
Did you?
I'm so tired. I'm sorry. It has been a long weekend.
No, you didn't, Carol.
I don't know anyone named Carol. What the fuck?
That's like your way of like, go girl, but it's Carol.
You go, Carol. Okay.
You go, Carol. Okay. We grew up in rural Appalachia, so sleepovers consisted of roaming around outside.
Nice.
Yep, this is just like Petaluma. Walking through open cow pastures, yep, splashing around in nearby creeks, and literally just walking around outside in general. That's my entire childhood.
I love it.
My friend's house was close to an old cemetery school. Sorry, my friend's house was...
Jesus, what were they doing out there in Appalachia?
My friend's house was close to an old elementary school.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's more accurate. No, there's hardly any little skeletons at this school. That was turned into a small community center. We would always hang out there because they had super old playground equipment and there was literally nothing else to do. Mm-hmm. We were hanging out by a Pepsi vending machine, like a 1950s NYC street gang, when this old rinky-dink car drives by slowly. About 2 minutes later, he drives by again.
No.
He proceeded to do this 2 more times, and then he stopped. No. To my 12-year-old self, he looked 60, but in reality, he was probably about 30 or 34 years old. He had brown hair and a 5 o'clock shadow. He was wearing a brown jacket. He asked us to come over to his car because he had a question. Mm-hmm. We just stared at him, and he started to take off his seatbelt. Well, I guess my SSD GM kicked in because the first thing out of my mouth was, "No, you pervert." You could tell he was surprised by my reaction, but that made him more insistent, and he asked again. My friend yelled, "I don't want to get tetanus from that POS you call a car."
Oh my, what the fuck? You mouthy little kids. You're my best friends.
Followed by "I don't care if you're lost or whatever it is. You're weird and weird looking and we're not helping you."
Okay, listen, I don't really want kids, but if I were guaranteed these little fucking mouthy kids,
hell yes,
I would do it.
This is it. His face changed instantly. He got angry and then offended. He started putting his seatbelt back on, and my friend said, "Bye, loser." He sped away and we never saw him again. To this day, I like to imagine he cried as he drove off, knowing 2 12-year-old girls just owned his ass. This event seemed minor to me as a young girl, but now as a 24-year-old mom to a little girl, I realized that the event could have ended much differently. However, I'm glad my mama inadvertently taught me that when it comes to men, be a bitch first and apologize later. Yes. When you grow up in areas like ours, you tend to have a mouth on you. Shrugs. The word shrugs and asterisks.
I love it. Shreds.
Stay sexy and remember that bullying is never okay unless it's to a potential abductor in a piece of shit car. Love, Charlie.
Wow. Wow.
You're weird and weird looking.
They're right. And they're right that something's wrong with him. And here's why. If the child, the first thing that they yell at you is pervert, you don't continue to talk to them because they're scared of you. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't try to hold on a second now,
you're like,
gals.
Oh, fuck, they think I'm a pervert. I better get out of here. I'm scaring these children. I better get out of here. Not let me continue to try to talk to you.
No, I'm going to reason with you to come. Also, anytime, and we've talked about stuff like this, but that idea that a man sitting in a car, hey, come over here. Yeah. Fuck you. We're doing our thing over here. Like, what are you even doing?
Adults don't need to talk to children or ask them for directions or help in any fucking way.
In 2021, and that is the year, by the way. Adults shouldn't talk to children unless they're their own children or they have a note from the parent of the children that child knows them. Yeah. It is bad. It is a bad idea for you to talk to a child at all.
There's no reason.
Stay away. They don't want to fucking talk to you.
I've spoken to children and they talk to me first. Like my neighbor kid is like, what
they started it.
Like wants to know about what my cats are doing, you know. So I'll talk to you.
One time, I think I've told you the story. One time, you know that street, I think it's Silver Lake Boulevard, but it's the one that goes up behind Hyperion where it's all residential.
That's Griffith Park. Yeah.
Griffith Park. Yeah. So it's kind of up behind. But like if you were going to the Lyric Hyperion, you would maybe park up there. That street.
Oh, yeah. That's Griffith Park.
Okay. So I'm driving down that street at night because I'm going to go to the Lyric Hyperion, trying to find a parking spot. And I look out of the corner of my eye and there is like a 9-year-old boy running up the sidewalk.
Oh my God.
And I'm looking and I'm like, I don't like this at all. So I roll down my window and I'm just kind of driving along and he looks over at me as he's running and I go, are you okay? And he goes, oh, yeah. And then I go, okay. And then I just drive away.
For a jog? Or pull?
I think it was like he went to the car and then he was walking back to his, like running back to his house instead of walking. But it was that kind of thing. When's the last time you've seen like a young kid running alone at night? No. None of that was okay.
Jarring. It's like when you see a dog without a leash on, you're like, something's not right. There's no, especially in LA, I guess maybe only. There's no reason for that to be happening. And then it's just some fucking person's dog. And you're like, put your fucking dog on a leash. What were we talking about?
And also put your son on a leash.
That's right. That's right.
Don't make him run down to the mailbox.
God, okay.
Anyway,
nap time for me.
We're done.
We have 3 ads.
We can skip the ads.
Oh, thank God.
Guys, we have to end the show. Let's not discuss it yet.
Oh, Carol and Svensson. Thank you both.
Look, Carol and Carol. It's Carol and Carol signing off.
We appreciate
stay sexy.
you and don't get
and we love you. Stay sexy
and don't get murdered.
Goodbye, Carol.
That was a good one.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, whatever turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping and hello to Budget Beach Bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.